Hi, welcome to Module 3, Pilates practice. You did some great work last week working with the breath, so you'll see some of those elements incorporated here. We'll be focusing on the spine, which is, as Joseph H. Pilates said, the center of the body's universe, and I love to think about it in those terms. We'll take good care of it, knowing how critical it is to our overall health, well-being, vitality, all of that stuff that we want and deserve. So we'll work through some movements today. As always, feel welcome to modify as needed. Feel welcome to revisit this video, incorporate it into part of your daily practice, share as you like with the folks who are with you right now, and reach out to me with any questions or concerns. If for whatever reason any of these moves are contraindicated to any health concerns or any health issues that you may be experiencing, don't do it, right? So if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And that's that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start on the back body. I'm actually going to take this off because I want you to see what it is to have neutral spine, right? I could wave my hand at you underneath my back because the lumbar has a natural lordotic curve, right? It wants to be slightly curved inward, and it supports the weight of our body. So what we're going to ask you to do for the purpose of this practice is to take out that curve. And how do you do that? You tuck the belly in and up. You draw the hips ever so slightly forward. You ground down potentially through the heels. So we're going to practice that movement again. So inhale, float back to your neutral spine, whatever that looks like, feels like in your body. Exhale, hug the tummy in and really press out that curve, really drawing the belly to stabilize that. Inhale, float it back to neutral. Notice what that looks like, feels like. Exhale, take out that curve. So we're going to aim to really cement the spine onto the mat, and that's going to be our home base. If it doesn't work for you, if for whatever reason you don't feel contact with your spine on the earth, place a blanket or a pillow nice and flat just to take out any of that arc, right? So we want to really feel that the spine is stable and grounded. Okay. Float the legs up. So this may actually help with that sensation of grounding because the weight of your femur bone is now kind of pressing and grounding down with the help of gravity for your spine. Inhale to prepare. Now your arms can be wherever they want, right? And often they want to land underneath the low spine for additional support. So feel welcome to take that modification. Mine will be up because I want you to see that the spine stays stable. Inhale. Exhale, draw one leg down and out. Inhale. Exhale, draw that same leg up and in. Now let's switch. Inhale. Exhale, opposite leg comes down and out. Inhale. Exhale, hug that leg back in. Here we go. Inhale. Feeling the spine all the while making contact. Let's move through a few more. Find your breath. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment to hug the knees and get a little rock side to side. We're going to shift through that same dynamic with both legs. So this may be a little bit more challenging. You may not want to come down quite so low. Again, the weight of the femur bone now doubled is going to tug a little bit or a lot on the belly. So if you're having difficulty stabilizing in any way, again, reduce that angle or simply place a blanket underneath. Okay, inhale. So we're here, tabletop. Both legs come down and out. Both legs come up and in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So a little bit of an isometric hold there as well, likely getting a little fire. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale, reach, inhale, exhale, hug it in. It's really the belly that's working. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and go ahead and hug those knees to chest. Nicely done. Bring those feet to stand flat on the mat, and maybe even brushing the heel with the middle finger. Take a moment to softly tuck the chin, roll those shoulders into socket, and hug the navel to spine, right? So here's like that active C shape. We're not moving, but we're definitely engaging. We're gonna shift through a few passes of waving bridge. Inhale, reach, get a little stretch here for the hip flexor. Now notice there's not a really big arc in my spine. Instead, my torso stays pretty even with my thighs. And now exhale, float back down. You want to come just to where the sacrum rests and then reverse. So inhale, we're feeling that rolling up all the way through to the cervical spine of the neck. And now an exhale as you roll down thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, and tailbone. Inhale and reach, and exhale and lower. Let's do a few more passes. Inhale, really articulating each section of the spine, feeling all of those vertebrae individual, and rest, slow controlled motion. Let's do one more, and all the way down, and let's come up. A little work for the glute here. Float the hands beside you, maybe a little tuck as you roll the shoulder blades closer. And we're going to just grip the glutes as you lift. 2, keep the legs even. 3, 4, 5, 6, here's 7 and 8. Broaden those shoulder blades and roll back down. Now walk the feet wide and bring the knees into touch, a nice knock knee position. So we work the glutes in relation to the spine because they stabilize that sacroiliac joint where the sacrum meets the pelvis. And we want strong glutes to make sure we have strong back, in addition to aesthetics, right? All right. Let's go ahead and cross ankle over thigh, figure 4 stretch. Hug that bottom knee in. Get a little stretch here. Again, a little tug on that SI joint as you open up space in the glutes. And prepare to unravel. Grab the other side. Nicely done. If you are having difficulty reaching your thigh, you can bring a strap, a towel, a tie, something to wrap around the back of that leg to help hug in. And unravel, and maybe if you windshield washer, wag the knees from side to side. Windshield wiper, not washer. All right, we're gonna shift through our series of 5. I'd like you to emphasize your stability for the spine. So float those legs up. We're gonna prepare for the 100, feeling the core is what is grounding the spine, right? So really engaging that belly to stabilize the spine. Soft tuck at the chin, invite length through the cervical spine. Feel that that thoracic spine is grounded. And if you choose, balance head and neck on top of the shoulders, okay? So you're feeling that thoracic spine in contact with the earth. Maybe the shoulder tips are really pressing, as well as the lumbar. Reach fingertips long. Inhale as you beat the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Create length through that cervical spine by gazing at the toes or maybe gazing at the navel. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Last exhale. Nicely done. Knees to chest. Shifting to single leg stretch. One leg in, the opposite out. Hips are square in socket. Feel that lumbar press. Feel welcome to balance the head and neck on the shoulder girdle. Inhale, tug, tug. Exhale, switch. Tug, tug, and switch. Tug, and switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Keep going. Knees to chest, and let that go. Nicely done. Okay, double leg stretch. Knees to chest. Head and neck balance is an option. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, hug everything in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale and exhale. Do feel the lumbar in contact. Do feel the sacrum rested, as well as the thoracic spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and let that go. Wag the head side to side. Get a little rotation here for the cervical spine. Extend one leg, let the opposite meet it, and gradually tick that opposite leg down until you feel engagement without an arc, right? So this would be too far. You want to be able to feel that the spine stays grounded while the belly starts to fire. Walk the hands up the opposite leg, roll shoulders into socket. Your option to lift head and neck. Tug, tug, switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Few more. Last one. Legs extend overhead. Hands rest behind the base of the skull to support the cervical spine. If you know you're not going to lift head and neck, which is a totally valid option, go ahead and place the hands underneath the low back for additional support. Otherwise, let the hands cradle the head as you lift. So keep those elbows open. Legs are square as an option. Inhale, lower, lower, lower. Exhale, lift, lift, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Feel the spine in contact with the mat. Modify that angle if it starts to peel up, so you don't have to go low. This could be enough. This kind of already feels like a lot. Or come low and lift high. As you come back to return the legs overhead, be mindful that the sacrum stays grounded as well. We're not turning this into a reverse crunch. Lower and lift. Let's get one more. Lower and lift. Nicely done. Hug knees to chest. So this next and final movement will require that you lift the head and neck off of the mat. We're going to rotate deep into the thoracic spine, and in doing so, work into the upper quadrant of the core as well. So hands rest behind the base of the skull, one knee in, the opposite leg out, just like we prepared for single leg. Stretch. Lift head and neck, let the hands cradle the base of the skull. Inhale, exhale, twist. So watch my hips. My hips are staying grounded. Inhale, transition. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. So don't worry if the elbow does not touch the knee. Better if it doesn't, right? Because you want to think almost like armpit towards the knee for that deeper rotation in the thoracic spine. Lumbar never moves. Sacrum never moves. All of this isolation is happening in the upper back. Let's get a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Stretch it out. Yes. Let the spine peel off the mat. Let the belly open. Let the ribs float wide to the sides. Good. With your next exhale, re-imprint the spine on the mat. So see how that transition, right? You can see the light underneath my back as I'm stretching. And now as I engage the core, that spine is absolutely grounded. We're going to shift to the roll up. So know that you can do that with the feet standing or the legs extended. If you have tension in your low back, you may wish to keep the feet standing, as that can help support and ground down through that low back. Inhale to prepare wherever you're at. Exhale, float up, feeling each section of the spine peel off the mat. And now exhale, round, right? So we're really stretching out that back as we engage the core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float it down. Slow and overhead. So watch my back, it stays grounded. Inhale, exhale, resist the temptation to turn that release into a back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float down. Couple more. Inhale, exhale, and round. And reach. And float back down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, float back down. Hug those knees to chest. Nicely done. We're going to transition to seated, holding the hands behind the thighs. Inhale, exhale, roll. Great. So we're going to shift to a practice called rolling like a ball. So walk the heels in quite close. Get a deep rounding for the spine by drawing the navel in and up. Wrap the hands around the thighs, come back and balance. So balancing, maybe you feel sensation on the tip of your tailbone. If that's not comfortable, you can shift that weight a little bit more toward the glute or back a little bit towards that sacrum. Notice what feels possible. Keeping the heels quite close to the sits bones. Inhale to prepare. This is a fun one. Exhale, float back. Press into the shins, come up, balance, and hold. So resisting the temptation to really paddle those feet. Instead, use the core to help bring you back up. So inhale, you're going to feel each section of the spine lower and lift. And this may feel like a massage for the back. If it doesn't, please skip this movement or shift your weight side to side on those thick erector muscles of the back. Inhale, exhale, float back, and up. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right. We're going to shift to mermaid, which is also going to offer us some nice lateral flexion for the spine. So I like a pinwheel position with the feet. If this doesn't work for you, you can come crisscross, legs extended, or sitting on the heels, whatever is more comfortable for you. So we're going to sweep with one arm and reach with the other. So there's your lateral flexion. Exhale without pressing off with that hand, come through to transition. So really feel those obliques start to fire. Inhale and exhale. You don't have to come super low. You can kind of keep this moderate. Notice what feels possible in the body, and likely feeling a lot of engagement in the low belly. Wrap the arm, shift the gaze. So you're getting a little twist for that lumbar, a little wringing out here. Also fanning open the intercostals here, those muscles that connect the ribs. Come on through. Other side. Again, foot position as you like. Just switch arms if you're not switching the feet. So sweep and reach. Exhale, transition. Again, resisting temptation to launch with that hand. Instead, really let the breath, that exhale, help engage the core and transition you back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, and we'll stretch. Wrap the arm, shift the gaze. Good. Unravel. Go ahead and extend the legs slightly wider than hips distance. Prop yourself up on a pillow or a folded blanket if the hamstrings are really tight, or if you feel like you're tilting forward and really slouching. We want to find that tallest spine as we move through spine stretch. Fists are at chest shoulder junction. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, round navel to spine as you press away, right? So feel that really nice expansion of the spine. Chin to chest, invite some lengthening and stretch for the cervical spine. Now inhale, stack, lumbar, thoracic, and cervical spine. Inhale. Exhale, round and reach. Really feel that navel drawing. Feel that spine expanding. Inhale, stack, stack, and stack. We're going to do 2 more just like that. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Nice. Walk those feet slightly wider, arms in a T, soften shoulders into socket. Do feel that the spine is tall. Again, support yourself with a pillow or a blanket if you're kind of slouching. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, we're going to twist. So feel that rotation happening in the thoracic and lumbar spine. Now inhale, lift. And twist. So this is called saw because you're sawing pinky to pinky and wringing out the lungs. I want you to notice the actions that are happening in the spine. How are we enabling this rotation? What is twisting? What is moving? Reach. Last one. And reach. Nice. Go ahead and sweep the legs underneath you. If this is not comfortable for the knees, it's not required. You can sit any way that you're comfortable. Hands rest on the thighs. With your next exhale, I want you to round as you press away, chin to chest. And now inhale. Feel that expansion as the tailbone lifts, the lumbar shifts, the thoracic spine floats forward, and the cervical spine extends. Exhale. Inhale, seated cat-cow variation. Exhale. And inhale. And now shifting off of the feet, walk the feet wide and just wag out the knees. A little rotation in the hips, release the seat. And done. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed your practice today. Any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to connect with me, and feel welcome to explore this video once, twice, 3 times. Build it into your daily practice as you like, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.